summer tourism in Montgomery County. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Edward Harris. He's Vice President for Marketing and Communications for the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're talking about activities not just for those who are tourists or visitors in Montgomery County, but a lot of this applies to residents as well. But before we get into the details of that, talk to us a little bit about how you're working to cater to niche markets, maybe those who are interested in sports or in shopping.
Sure. So at the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, we're taking a unique approach to our marketing and communications. We're carving up the various things to do into brands. And so Montgomery County really does have the best of the best things to do in the whole region, from world-class shopping between places like the King of Prussia Mall, the premium outlets, all the great villages like Skipback, Jenkintown, Ambler, you name it. We have great shopping, but we also have great golf. We have over 50 courses. We have 90 miles of trails, over 70 hotels, over 500 restaurants. So when you look at all of these assets, we've decided to create their own brands because they're significant enough. So for our history buffs, for example, we have something called Patriot Trails, and that's catered towards those visitors who are really into all of that Revolutionary War history. We have Montgomery County Weddings, catered to potential brides-to-be who are thinking about where am I going to get married. And so we have a collection of brands that you can discover on our website at valleyforge.org that really cater to lots of different groups of visitors who are interested in visiting our area. And
really taking advantage of the amenities that are right here. You're also preparing for some major events in this region. It's the 100th anniversary of the National Park System, but one of those is right here.
Right, and right now the whole area really has so much momentum, coming off the Pope Francis visit back in 2015, and this year with the Democratic National Convention being in the region. But people don't realize this, over at the National Park in Valley Forge, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary as a national park, and even bigger than that, it's the 100th anniversary of our national park system. And so there's lots of fun activities to do over at Valley Forge National Historical Park this summer with all the reenactors, the trolley tours, all of that fun historical stuff.
You mentioned the DNC happening in Center City. However, there is an impact throughout the region, including Montgomery County.
Yes, we're really fortunate. Montgomery County was designated as one of the clusters of hotels where the delegates will be staying, and I'm happy to say that we have over 20 hotels that will be filled up with delegates from all over the country, and it's going to be a $17 million economic impact to Montgomery County, which is huge. And so we're doing everything we can as an organization to welcome them. We sent out welcome kits highlighting things to do in the area, and before you know it, they're going to be here, and another historic event happening in 2016.
And let's get into some of the details of those things to do right here in this region. 90 miles of trails, more than 500 restaurants, more than 50 golf courses, as you mentioned. So when we talk about the amenities and activities, we're not just talking about things for tourists, we're talking about people who live here as well.
Absolutely. We have some of the best trails around. Like you said, 90 miles of trails to really get out there this summer. Don't stay inside. Get out, get on your bike, hike, get out to some of our outdoor restaurants. We have a great outdoor restaurant scene throughout Montgomery County when you talk about all the cool little towns that we have. And there's also some interesting indoor things opening up as well. iFly, which is indoor skydiving, opened up recently in King of Prussia. There's also expansion happening at the King of Prussia Mall where they're adding tons of new stores and a whole new wing there. So whether it's raining or nice out, there's tons of things to do in Montgomery County this summer, including the things we've talked about in the past, like our hot air balloon rides out of Pottstown, or taking boats out up at Green Lane Park. And we just want people to come to Montgomery County and just have a great time this summer.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We've been talking with Edward Harris. He's Vice President for Marketing and Communications for the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. I'm Jill Horner.